Peace and love, creatives. Today we are going to unbox and review some watercolors that Woomer sent to me for me to test out and to share with my channel. Editing Elisa here. The views and thoughts are my own. As always, I just feel like I usually have to put a disclaimer. This is not sponsored by them. They sent this to me to try out and to share with you. I am not getting paid for this. First thing I see is on the back of the package, it shows the colors that we get and also pigment information, light fast information, and how they rate the light fastness. The front of the package is adorable. I love the cat that they painted. It's so cute. The actual watercolor casing is just all white and nice and plain, which I like. If you want to decorate it and make it your own, you can. If you want to leave it just like that, you can as well. Woomer also sent this watercolor paper with the set for me to try, which I'm going to try as well. So let's just open up this palette and see what we get inside. So first thing we get is a swatch sheet. I will probably eventually swatch on that sheet just to have it inside the set, but I did not use that to swatch. Next thing we have is a water brush. I'm just checking if it posts, and it does. I fill it up and I start using it to swatch, but I quickly realize that I'm not traveling and I don't need to use a water brush because it's kind of like, it's finicky, especially if you're swatching colors and having to clean it off and get like a clean brush. You don't want to use that for that. When you're out and about and using a water brush, it's a lot easier to, cross colors over and not worry about it too much, especially when you're painting. So the first color I swatched was a lemon yellow, then a medium yellow, and then an iron yellow. There are plenty of convenience colors in this palette, which I really do like. Next is a yellow orange, red orange, vermilion, permanent red, and crimson red. And then we got iron red, rose red, red violet, violet, purple, lotus green, ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, and Prussian blue. We also have phthalo blue, sky blue, lake blue, turquoise green, light green, chrome green, deep green, grass green, and olive green. And for the last row, we have yellow ochre, burnt sienna, Indian red, burnt umber, raw umber, Van Dyke brown, Payne's gray, gray, and black. And then I put a W there and I wanted to see how opaque the white was, and we'll see it once it's completely dry. Right now it covered it pretty well, but the whites that come in these kind of sets are more for like mixing with the other colors and maybe turning the color into more of a gouache texture than actually using it for like white embellishments. That's my experience with these watercolors and with watercolors in general. So I was definitely inspired by the packaging to see if I could recreate something similar quickly and beautifully with the watercolor. And I just wanted to see how it flowed on this paper. And I wasn't disappointed. I really had a great time making this piece. And I feel like, for traveling, the watercolor is fine. I wouldn't necessarily use it for like a professional piece and plein air. I would leave that to the more professional watercolors, obviously. But if you're taking this and you're putting pieces in your sketchbook, you're making pieces in your sketchbook, I think this paint is absolutely fantastic and fine. I have actually taken this set with me on my trips, and I'm happy to say that these paints are very fun to use. I enjoy them a lot, and I treat it different, these kinds of sets, than I do with more professional watercolor travel sets that I take with me places. They do have light fast information, but I don't know. I think I would be weary with the light fast information, and it's a budget travel set. Yeah, it's a budget travel set. The palette is wonderful. I love the size of it. It's more than enough space to mix some colors on there and do what you have to do. I'm wondering if the 2 paintbrush that they put there was because the paintbrush has 2 pieces. I'm not sure. I did reach out to the company and I'm waiting for an email. So if I do hear back from them, you'll see something on the screen somewhere stating what they said regarding the 2 paintbrush on the description of the front of the package. I just want to thank Woomer for sending me this watercolor set. They have sent me their pencils, and since I've bought a new set of those same pencils, they are magnificent. They have a Prismacolor feel to them, and if you like that feel, that kind of texture and like almost pastel-y kind of look to your piece, I recommend you getting these. They're definitely a good budget-friendly dupe of the Prismacolor pencils. And I would just say be careful, because sometimes they're raising their price where it's just like, pass until there's like a coupon. Anything over $30, I think, is just like, come on, chill out. So if you were in the market for these watercolor travel paint set by Woomer, would I recommend them? Yes, they are fantastic. They don't have that chalky film that cheap budget paints usually have. They definitely feel a lot more like student grade on the higher end side than the lower end, and they're definitely a good purchase if you decide. At the moment of filming this, they are actually offering a freebie kind of thing with this paint set. So if you were interested in these paints and you like acrylic paint pens, maybe give it a go. I haven't tried their paint pens yet. They did come free with pencils that I had purchased recently, so I will be reviewing them soon. I just haven't gotten to that yet. So I want to thank you for staying to the very end and watching. And if you appreciate this review and like what you heard, please consider giving my video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. I don't usually say this, but I find that if I don't, I'm less likely to be seen. And thanks for watching, and peace and love.